What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliott Delp, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Accufire ATRO-8 LPVO. Should be a good little video, so let's get right into it. So, like I said before the intro rolled, we're going to be doing a review of the Accufire ATRO-8, the 1:8 LPVO from Accufire. If you're unfamiliar with Accufire, they are a up-and-coming optics company out of Texas. They make some pretty cool stuff. I really recommend you checking them out. Link to them is in my Linktree. Okay. Also in my Linktree, you can find my social media links, like my Instagram, TikTok, which you have it. There you can find all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, photos, all kinds of cool stuff. So I really recommend you check that out. So let's get right into this. I would like to say thank you to Accufire for sending the optic out. It means a lot. I was really excited to get this out to the channel and to test her out and give her a go. So without further ado, let's talk about the specs of this optic. So this optic, the ATRO-8, is $940. Alright, so you're getting on up there. It's pretty pricey. I mean, I don't have thousands of dollars or $1,000 just laying around. So this is a pretty big buy. You have to really consider this and whether or not you think you need $1,000 optic. And that's one of the things I struggle with as a firearm shooter, and something I know a lot of people struggle with. Is $1,000 optic worth it? Do you really get your money's worth out of it? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the specs of this thing and some of the features you get for it and see what we think about it. So 1:8, as previously mentioned. First focal plane. You have a really nice reticle on the 1:8. One power. It's not too overpowering, or it's not underpowering. I know a lot of LPVO first focal planes. That 1 power is so small, and that 8 power can just blow out the whole field of view. So that's one thing you don't get with this one. It balances very well. Okay, the optic comes with a throw lever, so built in, kind of like other optics. Not really the same price range, but Vortex, their LPVO, has a built-in throw lever that you can remove, very similar to this one. The throw is nice. It is stiff. It's not loose by any means, but it's not like you're fighting the thing to try to turn it. So if you just give it a little bit of force, it'll go. 30mm tube. The mounts that I use, this was a primary arms mount. Relatively inexpensive in the whole scheme of mounts. I think they cost about $60 to $70, but they've always performed well for me. I have them on several of my optics, and I have had no complaints about them. So I ran with it with this one. No reason not to. Moving on down, we have kind of the main beef of the optic, where all the turrets are. So you have an illuminated reticle. I think I might have mentioned before, it has 11 illumination settings, 1 being the least, 11 being the absolute most. Works great. Super bright, super not bright when you don't need it to be. The 1 is very, very usable if it's like really low light. If not, you can ramp it up to the 10, 11 when you need it. All of them work really well. With your windage and your elevations, this is in MRAD. So you have 0.1 adjustments on either one with a total travel of 35 MRAD. Alright, so there's that. Not something that Accufire doesn't make a MOA version, so if you're only set on MOA, you're kind of out of luck. Let's talk about the turrets. Very well, nice built turrets. They have a very audible click to them, so when you're turning them, you're not like, did that go like it was supposed to? No. Very, very loud, which is really nice. It's very, very good quality. The adjustments, they translate on paper, so when you see it move here, it moves the reticle. It does what it's supposed to do, and it does it very, very well. The weight of this optic is about 1.2 pounds, so keep that in mind when you're picking out what you want to put it on. If you're really concerned about weight, maybe that's something to think about. I have mine mounted on an AR-10. This is a 308 16-inch. This is an Aero Precision with a ballistic advantage barrel in it. Thing is a monster. I haven't done a review on the channel, but it shoots great. It's very accurate. So I felt very comfortable testing the optic on it because I know how well the rifle shoots. All right. So without further ado, let's kind of talk about where this fits in the grand scheme of things. How I feel this optic should be used, and kind of my experiences while testing it. So, like as previously mentioned, on the AR-10, we did close quarters and we did kind of a long range shooting. So we threw it on the one setting right here, and we did 50 yards, 25 yards, quick movements, you know, left, back and forth, what have it, and just trying to use it the best we could, movement, all kinds of stuff. And I was really pleased with it. It worked great. Held zero through a lot of beating and banging and me dropping it and all kinds of crap. I'm hard on this stuff. People gave me crap about it in my videos. So it did well there. Then we took it to long range, or longer range. We did about 200, 300 yards with it. We didn't stretch its legs to the max, I would say, but we did a fairly decent job to get a good feel of how it performed at bit longer distances. So it did well there too. I think this optic is very capable of going 800 yards if you're good enough to shoot 800 yards. So I'm not good enough to shoot 800 yards with a 1:8. Alright, I'll be the first to say it. That kind of distance with this kind of optic is just not my thing. I need something different. But I think somebody is capable of doing it, and if you are, this might be an option. So that kind of transitions into where I feel this optic shines the brightest. Okay, so definitely not for your bolt. It's not for a bolt gun. I would not recommend it for a bolt gun whatsoever. I also wouldn't recommend it for kind of like a 300 blackout pistol or a 5.56 pistol. I don't think it fits there. And I think it's a little overkill for that. I would recommend like a nicer red dot for something with a shorter barrel, like a 10.5 barrel or an 8-inch barrel, whatever you have sitting around in your safe. I would not recommend that for this. Okay, just not it. I think this optic really shines on your larger frame AR platforms. So 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, 243 if you have it. I know they make some of them out there. You get a good mix of that medium. Well, you can do close range on the 1 power, but you can also stretch your legs really good. So I think that's really where this optic shines. I would even venture to say down 5.56, maybe 16-inch, 18-inch barrel, or 6.5 Grendel, 6.8 SPC, 224 Valkyrie. Those kind of calibers that allow you to stretch your legs a little bit more than the shorter barrel heavy calibers like the 300 blackout. So that's really where I feel this thing shines. And comment down below if you disagree. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. But as for me, that's where this optic will be placed, and will be placed with me. I'll keep it on this 16-inch AR-10, and we'll go with it from there. But that's where I think it really shines. So I think that pretty much wraps it for the review. I've had no problems with the optic. It's performed great through all the testing, through all the shooting, through the different ranges. Held zero the whole time, so I can't really complain about any of it. If you want to check this optic out, I recommend you heading on over to my Linktree. There you can find a link to Accufire. They do all kinds of stuff, night vision, thermal. They do different optics, 1 to 6, longer range, like up to 24 power. Might do more than that. So go check them out. Also, social media links as mentioned before. And I would like to also shout out one of the bigger supporters of my channel, LA Police Gear. If you don't know about them, they sell all kinds of stuff from tactical gear to firearms accessories, you name it. It's probably there other than your groceries. Code Delp gets you 12% off anything, so use that, save you a little bit of money. So I think that about does it for the video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Leave a comment and a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm here at least every Friday. So I'll see y'all in the next one. As always, take someone outdoors. Peace.